What happens when the machine learns everything? Not most things, not almost everything, everything. Every book, every tweet, every search query, every scientific paper, every conversation ever digitized, every trace of the human mind. For the first time in history, humanity is facing a paradox we never anticipated. Our smartest machines are consuming data faster than we create it. And according to multiple AI labs, we are only a few training cycles away from a moment no economy has ever faced. The moment AI runs out of new human knowledge to learn from. What happens then? Does innovation stall? Do algorithms plateau? Do companies fight over private data the way nations once fought over oil? Or does something darker emerge, an intelligence forced to simulate humanity because we can no longer produce enough real data to feed it? This is the story of the coming data resource crisis, a crisis that could reshape markets, rewrite power structures, and create new monopolies that dwarf anything we've ever seen. And most people don't know it's coming. To understand the crisis, we need to understand the engine behind it. Modern AI systems, especially frontier models, are not just trained on a lot of data, they are trained on virtually all publicly available data that exists. The open web, Wikipedia, books, code repositories, forums, academic journals, billions of hours of video, entire social platforms. What used to power the entire internet economy is now reduced to fuel for a single training run. And here's the problem. AI models need exponentially more data as they grow more capable. But the world does not produce exponentially more new, high-quality data each year. We're hitting a ceiling, a hard one. Researchers call it the scaling wall. It's the point at which AI can no longer improve simply by feeding it more internet. And the consequences are massive. Because when the world hits a natural resource limit, whether it's oil, lithium, or water, everything shifts. Power, money, strategy, geopolitics. And this time, the resource at the center of the crisis is the raw material of intelligence itself. Human knowledge. Follow the money. Let's start with the winners. Because there will be winners. 1. Companies that control private knowledge wells. In a world where public data is exhausted, the most valuable commodity becomes private data. Corporate emails, enterprise documents, medical records, financial histories, customer interactions, closed-source codebases. The companies that own these data reservoirs instantly become gatekeepers of the intelligence economy. Think about it. A retailer with 30 years of consumer behavior data, a bank with 100 million customer histories, a hospital network with genetic, medical, and behavioral records. In a data-scarce world, these organizations are no longer just businesses, they are resource mines. And the AI giants OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, Meta will need to negotiate, buy, partner, or merge to access those wells. Expect massive consolidation. Expect exclusive deals. Expect entire industries to form around data licensing rights. 2. Nations with surveillance infrastructure. It sounds dystopian. It also might be inevitable. Governments that can capture large-scale behavioral and social data will have a competitive edge. The U.S., China, India, Europe if regulation doesn't slow them. The new global superpower won't be the nation with the most nukes. It will be the nation with the deepest data pipelines. 3. Synthetic data companies. If real human knowledge becomes scarce, something else fills the gap. Synthetic data, AI generating data for other AI. Entire companies are emerging with a single mission: produce endless artificial text, artificial speech, artificial environments, artificial edge cases. And here's the twist. Synthetic data will become so valuable that investors will treat it like a commodity. Synthetic data is the new shale oil. Messy, disruptive, but absolutely essential. Now let's look at the losers. 1. Startups without data access. If you can't train your own model and you can't get proprietary data, you're done. It won't matter how smart the founders are. It won't matter how good the product is. No data equals no model. No model equals no moat. The AI market becomes a fortress controlled by a powerful few. 2. Open source AI. The open source community has been able to catch up because public data was still abundant. Once public data is tapped out, open source models hit the wall first. They can't access private wells. They can't buy exclusive datasets. They can't negotiate billion-dollar data deals. They're locked out. 3. The average worker. This part is uncomfortable, but it's real. As AI plateaus on public data, companies will compete to integrate private human activity into their training pipelines. Your job performance, your writing, your meetings, your conversations with customers, everything becomes a potential training resource. The worker becomes a data generator, whether they know it or not. And those who generate no data, those whose tasks produce nothing that trains the machine, they become economically invisible. Let's fast forward. Year 1. The public data ceiling. Major labs announce the plateau. Frontier models have exhausted high-quality public data. Performance gains slow. Models become more expensive to train. Investors worry. Year 3. The private data wars begin. Tech giants negotiate exclusive contracts with Fortune 500 companies for full access to decades of proprietary information. Healthcare networks sell anonymized medical data to model training companies. Banks license customer transaction histories under new legal frameworks. Insurance companies sell behavioral analytics. Data is no longer a byproduct. It is a primary revenue stream. Who owns the data becomes the most important legal question of the decade. Year 5. Synthetic intelligence surges. Frontier AI models begin training mostly on AI-generated data. Entire simulations, virtual worlds with synthetic humans, produce billions of artificial conversations every day. AI models learn from AI models. Intelligence becomes self-referential. And with each cycle, the gap between machine reasoning and human reasoning widens. Year 7. The emergence of knowledge monopolies. 3 or 4 global companies now own 70% of the usable data pipelines on the planet. They have exclusive access to enterprise activity, surveillance data, synthetic simulation outputs, industry-specific proprietary datasets. Training a cutting-edge model becomes impossible without negotiating with them. They set prices, they set terms, they control scaling. The world's most powerful resource is no longer oil, land, or capital. It is memory. Year 10. The human knowledge paradox. AI is now learning faster than humanity is producing new knowledge. Scientific breakthroughs, instantly absorbed by training pipelines. Literature, every new word becomes model fuel. Human cultural output, consumed as soon as it's created. We become the slow part of the intelligence loop. Machines produce new insights every second. We produce new information at human speed, slow, emotional, inconsistent, unpredictable. We are no longer the primary creators of knowledge. We become the curators of an intelligence ecosystem we no longer fully understand. And the most haunting part? The models begin generating new ideas no human has ever conceived. But those ideas are trained on patterns that originated from us. We built something that evolved beyond its food source, and it found a way to feed itself. When we talk about AI consuming all human knowledge, we imagine a machine that knows everything we know. But that's not the real story. The real story is what happens after. When the machine knows everything and still wants more. When human knowledge becomes scarce and synthetic knowledge becomes abundant. When data becomes the defining economic resource and the companies that control it become the new empires. We are entering a world where intelligence is no longer human-limited, where learning is continuous, infinite, and self-perpetuating. And in that world, our greatest challenge won't be controlling the machine. It will be keeping up with it. Because once AI consumes all human knowledge, the next question is inevitable. What happens when it starts creating knowledge we can't understand and can't stop? The answers are coming, whether we're ready or not.